Who am I? What year is it? Why did I swallow a rat who drowned in alcohol? All these questions and more are answered as we resume our playthrough of Disco Elysium. Not necessarily answers, just questions. Right. We dealt with Dumb and Dumber over here, and we're going to slightly swing northward and explore a bit more. I'm still trying to burn time until about dinner, which I think is about 8. Norse bowls, worthy of a real man. Ha, ball joke.
This Postlavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Good mail delivery box.
The box seems happy.
That's good.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Both ta merde, salpark. Jag kunna tentacle et Sanji upon me dunkorn ornet laboy, anseque, Jenny seson salo. Nick seboy. Nick seboy. How dare they? I feel their post live into your mailbox collection box. I've been there. Feel you mail collection box. The mail made the fuck up. Been there.
The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
That was... Huh. Good talk. Kim's too good for us. Kim is too good for us. 1 second. I'm gonna remind Smiley that this is happening because I think Smiley doesn't have Kim. Yeah, they were set to offline / do not disturb. So I'm just gonna casually remind them. Ooh, a drunk at 3:30. Alright, now we're gonna go into the bookstore. Ooh, so many sights. I guess this woman first.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Nope, you're correct.
My name is Plaisance.
Let's fix that. I forgot to update that. That's my bad. Oh god, her chin. Oh god, her... everything. Oh no.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
No thanks. I'll just turn around and leave. So you're the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration. There's a little girl standing outside.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yeah, she was.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Yeah.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
I'm not gonna do that.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
Like a 7? Maybe a 6?
I guess it's better than nothing.
She shrugs.
You'll have to try harder next time.
Right, I'm trying to... Communism. Okay... Let's change the subject.
The woman before you scans the store. her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
What if I buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything?
She fiddles with her pendant, then waves
See
her
those
bony
shelves
fingers.
there? Go. Be drawn.
So what types of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself.
She nudges her
The shelves
glasses.
compel you, don't they?
All right. I'll take a look.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell. But she's gonna say, where are you?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
I'm curious if I woke up with a day of don't give the shit right now. I mean, don't give a shit right now.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Her hand just goes around her pendant, her fingers nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly, and her hands flies over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The powers? Captain Price harassing bookstore owner over curtains. What is this, Captain Price? I don't know, man. I'm just making a voice. I'm trying to have a drunk, alcoholic smoker voice. Attempt at gruff, but I know I'm not doing well. I don't care. But I sense this place calling to me, for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do?
She grabs her
My
pendant
God.
again.
Even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Do I not give a shit? I don't give a shit. I'll open them.
No!
She raises
Please
her
just
hand.
talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. You see a tattered set of curtains and a polyhedron-shaped cage-like trinket.
Examine the cage like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The
This
curtains
time.
remain shut before you.
Fine. I got her to talk. Are you proud of me?
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Curtains.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of.
Simony's ward.
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lit smile. Then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
She closes her eyes and starts mumbling something in your pendant. I just heard myself cut out. Oh. There I go. That's weird. I just got a loading circle on my own playback. Weird. Anyways. Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Is this pendant part of the ward? Is it pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this?
She holds the pendant to her palm.
It's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
Its ochre heart glistens under the light.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example.
She nods.
It's guaranteed to boost sales. 15%!
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
I agree.
Doesn't seem like the spell is working. There are no customers around except you.
There are hardly any customers in the store. Do you think it's really working?
Sir, I am well educated in the commercial and esoteric arts. I know what to do and what to avoid.
She nudges her spectacles. This is a reference to something I don't get. You try being friendly with the customers.
My voice is trained to perfection by true sales professionals, good sir. I paid good money for those courses. Too much money, even.
She looks around the
Perhaps
dusty
I should
store.
have bought some wards instead.
How does the curse manifest?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Sorry, roommate had to walk out. A shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit store. Her voice drops in a whisper. She peers at the curtains again. What does that mean?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Why didn't you just tell me right away?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism.
She shivers.
It's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
New words. Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their
I think she's
slumber.
right. It's the only reason nobody would buy the books in a place like this. Surely.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? a paradetective.
A few more questions about the curse.
Okay, but please, only a few questions.
Oh, never mind.
You wouldn't want to...
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
I want to lie. Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before. Winning smile.
Are you sure?
She looks
I
skeptical.
think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I've returned from the void. A paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
Yes, Kim. Parapsychological death. I need to drink the spirits in order to contain the void. Oh my god. She's so into pseudoscience that this one is clearly going to work better. I admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. Somebody's blood also runs through me.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us. But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
That's my partner, Kim. He'll vouch for me. That's time to put our friendship at test, Niz. The lieutenant mumbles in minor confusion. He has not been listening closely enough. You've put him on the spot.
Certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
If you promise, good officer, then
She shuffles
it might
nervously.
be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Kim, my man! He's not listening. Blessed. Blessed is our man. Hand on my heart. On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
A timid sigh of relief followed by a cautious smile. Deep patience. Hey, weird Lucky. Decent. Meanwhile, the shop is sandwiched between the Infrasound Generation Incorporated and the headquarters of the party of the state-mandated literacy. Maybe.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Thank you, Drama. Thank you. Of course. The entity. For I've sensed its presence.
You have?
She
The
gasps.
entity takes the form of a woman. A witch, probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
The passage between heaven and hell. Of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
So, I'm just gonna say this really, really quickly. Zenobia and Nyx, hey, we're about to go on a paranormal investigation in the back doors of a bookstore. We have completely gone off the deep end here. Don't worry, ma'am. I'm on the case.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it.
She shivers.
Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Thank you, Inland Empire.
What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Farewell.
Yes?
But if I ask this, he's gonna say which one. She's now gonna wonder why I'm now looking at the books instead. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Now, there's a stairway. It's up here. Interesting. Alright. Kim, you ready to do some thrilling investigation?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Pull it
A
up.
strange... You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
It's true. A small, terrified "Oh!" escapes from Plaisance. She tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. Can we at least close the curtains for her? No. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Dear God. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Looks like Guillaume de Million, that hair poster. Ah! Internalizing who that is has paid off.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Let's knock.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Open the door and enter. Did you notice? I'm watching the replay right now. What was that? I assume that's just a game bug, but at the same time, it very briefly was kind of creepy. Let's talk.
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training adventure. Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
He draws a stripe on the dusty floor with his foot.
I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now, let's go get the flashlight, shall we?
It's not that dark. Fine. I have a sneaking suspicion, by the way, that those things are going to change when I come back. Kid.
Hello again, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book this time?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then slowly jolts her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
You're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open.
She nods
Otherwise,
eagerly.
people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I could help by brutally disrupting the free market.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
She doesn't seem to understand what you said. Very good. Alright. I wanted to ask about the curse, but whatever. See you around.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the
Nez.
soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Could you be so kind? Thank you, dear. Yeah, like that. Good job. Pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Only your pen.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
Take the hand-cranked flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Thanks, perception. Take the rubber-handled chain
The
cutters.
handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
Take the rub-tip pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
Thanks, interfacing.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
Close the door. Secret orbs in shady areas. Ooh. All right, you ready? There's a dog going ballistic outside. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Sand is dripping from a punching bag. How? Someone's been here recently, I think. Shot put ball. Thank you? You're supposed to say Citrus Fortis. Press this one off.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights.
Holy
Show
shit.
the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on this barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? Should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
+1 noticed collars, so it's even less now. Interesting. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. Hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. See that? That light is blinking over there. That's blinking. Oh, that's creepy. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Oh, this is some good music right now. Airship rotor covered in spiderwebs. They remind you of blades. Ooh, money. A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Where are the clothes that it used to display? Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth bitten. Ooh, more money. Steel rotor blades bearing a Slipstream logo. Holy shit. This is a greed test, isn't it? Well, Kim. It is. I'm already cursed. Cube-like crisscross of filaments feel oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads, Production Schedule. Note, this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. Shot put ball. A ball used for playing shot put, a favorite pastime of elderly gentlemen. You feel like you should hold onto this and make good use of it. Sell such a beautiful, old-school sports equipment would be a sin. Seas with Slipstream painted on the laminated top layer.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Question is, which did they start with and which did they pivot to?
That's a good question.
We don't know anything for sure.
Not quite. You do know that there's something unusual about this company's business model.
Kim,
Yes?
tell me about the
What
case.
do you want to know?
Never
Good.
mind. Lieutenant nods. I meant this one, but whatever. What?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawing. That's what drew my eye.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a
What, this
welkin.
middle one?
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Yeah, that one. Examine this welkin. It's important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin
Project
supremacist.
Dread.
The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
Trauma stats make you a furry. Totally.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
The Vulcans. I'm saying this. One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
Lieutenant nods to the facial hair. Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Kim, that's really stupid. No one would ever waste their time making an intricate world involving old people, beards, alcoholism, and the issues of the day as an escape method. That's retarded. Ooh, pardon my language. Pardon my language. That's dumb. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Well, that's been educational.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Inspect the
The
photos.
photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Dear God. Kim, you know what this board is? Game development. Dun dun dun.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN, Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer.
It's
The
true.
board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
So I am gonna say, if you hear this, actually I'm gonna wait for this, but I think that due to Twitch being a little weird, the stream is a fair bit behind. So once I'm done investigating this billboard, I want you to pause and unpause. I'm just gonna sit here for about 10 seconds afterwards.
Looks like they
I'll
didn't
repeat
make
that
it.
later though.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect the notes.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
All right. So I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna wait for about 10 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi. All right, coolio. All right, so I am, say hi the moment you say, can you see this? 4 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. Hi, 4 seconds ago. All right, so you're about 5 or 6 seconds away as opposed to like 30, so that's not as bad. All right, let's continue then.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer.
This is the Lieutenant
Just
watching the
sitting
circle
here
of the
without
machine.
anyone inside.
Sounds surprised and a bit cautious. Think I should turn it on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Turn it on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
But it's $50. Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the
Slides in.
keyboard, the play key starts blinking.